In 2007, Nippon Ichi Software and Vanillaware developed and published the fantasy real-time strategy title GrimGrimoire for the PlayStation 2 in Japan, North America, and PAL territories. Vanillaware, as you're most likely already aware, was formed by the legendary George Kamitani and staff members who worked on the classic Sega Saturn action RPG Princess Crown. GrimGrimoire was technically Vanillaware's second game after Odin Sphere, but was published first and is just as charming, beautiful, and fun as you'd expect from one of the team's offerings. Despite critical acclaim and getting a greatest hit second run as you see here, it was a commercial disappointment, and what was planned to be a franchise never went beyond this PS2 game. Until July 28, 2022, that is. NIS and Vanillaware teamed up once more to release GrimGrimoire Once More, a remastered version of the original for the PlayStation 4 and Switch. I'm a sucker for anything Vanillaware, so of course I was going to pick up the game, but as with many of their releases, there were several special edition options available. I went with the supposed best of them, the GrimGrimoire Once More Famitsu Deluxe 3D Crystal Soundtrack Set. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? It's quite similar to the set I picked up in 2018 for Dragon's Crown Pro, so a lot of stuff I don't really need, but it's nice to own either way as a fan. It retails online for a little under 18,000 yen, around $135 US at current exchange rates, so it is a bit pricey. Let's take a look at what comes in this limited edition release, and I'll also give some brief first impressions of the game later as well. I went with the Switch edition, and the game comes housed in the standard plastic case as you'd expect. I prefer the original cover, but this one is nice. To my surprise and slight disappointment, there's no art on the reverse side. Inside is the game card, a survey card, and a download link and QR code for a digital manual. The game's wonderful 2-disc soundtrack is included, made up of 25 songs from Hitoshi Sakimoto's Basiscape studio. If you've never played GrimGrimoire but have tried out Dragon's Crown, you'll hear a lot of similar sounding tunes. The presentation of this soundtrack is great and includes some nice art on the discs, in the liner notes, and even on the reverse side of the spine card. Hitoshi Sakimoto ranks up there as one of the all-time great video game composers in my opinion, so this is definitely a soundtrack I recommend getting, and luckily it can be purchased separately from the set for 2,800 yen plus tax. One of the more unique inclusions in this set is what at first glance looks like a pack of 11 trading cards, but are actually magnet sheets featuring the various characters in the game. Something to make your refrigerator look magical, I guess. A large and sturdy mug cup is also included, featuring some really ornate designs as well as an elf illustration on the bottom. Here's a comparison to the Dragon's Crown mug that was part of their PS3 special edition for that game. The GrimGrimoire mug is highly superior, and your coffee deserves that treatment. A set of A3 sized glossy posters printed on thin plastic are a part of this set. 4 lovely images from the game's covers and promotional artwork. You can show the world your love for Vanillaware by attaching the small acrylic keychain of their logo to your bag. But only if you want to. Wall scrolls are often a part of Vanillaware limited editions or pre-order bonuses, and a B2 sized tapestry is included here as well, showing Lele and her familiars, drawn by Kamitani himself, I believe. Out of all the gorgeous art associated with the game, I think this might be the very best. The scroll has the added bonus of being made in Japan. Nice. A fairy print tote bag made in Bangladesh is also a part of the package, so you can put all of your GrimGrimoire limited edition items in it, take it to a friend's house to show off, and never be invited over again. The final item in the Famitsu Deluxe 3D Crystal Soundtrack set is the crystal part. Much like the Dragon's Crown Pro limited edition, this package offers a laser-etched crystal and light-up stand. Though rather than the voluptuous sorceress of course, you get little old prepubescent Lele. It's cute and even practical. Makes a great paperweight. And that, my friends, is the entirety of this set. I'll play the game now and do some brief off-the-cuff first impressions over gameplay footage. Okay, so I just played about an hour and a half of the game, and I also played the PS2 original for about an hour and a half as well. Just kind of get some comparisons. It's been years since I've played that game. And the first thing I'll say about GrimGrimoire Once More is it is amazing. It's great. It looks awesome. It plays awesome. It's the best version of the game maybe we'll ever get. Who knows? The first question a lot of people probably have for this Japanese release is, does it have English? No, it's a Japanese-only game, so sorry if you're looking for a physical that has English on it. Unfortunately, at least for now, unless there's a patch or something in the future, Japanese only. Now, if you played the original game, it kind of is a little dark, I guess. I guess you can always adjust your settings on your TV, but this game is very, very bright, and everything is very clear. The graphics were great on PS2, especially if it had a CRT, but here on the Switch, it's amazing. Even 720p, everything's so clear, everything's so perfect, pretty much. You can see every little movement on the characters. I can only imagine with like the PS4 version and 1080p, it probably looks even more amazing. But it looks great on the Switch handheld mode. It looks great as well. Obviously, this is a PS4 release as well, so Vanillaware didn't put in touchscreen controls, so you're just gonna have to use the controller. But the game is a lot easier to play as well. They've kind of tweaked some things to make it more streamlined. Obviously, you have more real estate with the wide screen. There's a few tweaks that I noticed where, like, your minion characters, like your elves and your ghosts, they'll actually start mining automatically. You don't have to command them to do every little thing. So there's a little bit of things like that. Just everything kind of moves a little bit, progresses a little bit more smoothly in this version. From the very start, you have the option to fast forward time, so when you're mining mana or whatever, you can just kind of like hit the R button and you just speed up time. And you can actually change the how fast the fast forward moves as well in your options, and there are plenty of options to move your cursor speed, text options, etc., etc. Speaking of text, during dialogue, the presentation is a little bit different. People have speech bubbles. You can kind of just sit back, relax, and watch too, because it moves automatically. You don't have to hit any button to progress. You might get the screensaver though if you do that, or the little screen dimming on the Switch. But yeah, it's a very nice feature. Like I said, things just move. They move and progress through a little bit smoothly compared to the PS2 original. As far as other extras that I noticed, that you get gallery images. When you meet a character, you can kind of see their portrait. Really high res, nice clean portrait, but also completing levels. I did the first 5 days, so I got, I think, 5 different special artwork portraits from various artists, and they're very beautiful. You can zoom in and everything. Wonderful little feature there. The voice acting has actually been re-recorded. If you played the original back-to-back like I did, you'll notice it a little bit. But yeah, some clearer voices, and the characters sound the same, so I'm wondering if they got the same voice actors to do the characters, but either way, it's you won't really notice it too much, probably. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got from the hour and a half or so that I played. Wonderful game. I think that if you played the game in 2007 or 10, 15 years ago, whatever, you're going to love this version. If you've never played the game, this is a great way to play it. For myself, I have to say I never completed the game back in the day. I do have a brand new sealed copy too of the English version somewhere in Las Vegas in my parents' closet somewhere. So I'm going to look forward to actually completing this game the way I should have completed it back in 2007. But yeah, highly recommended for me if you like Vanillaware or fantasy games. I'm not a big RTS guy, but this fits me just well. And those are just my real brief impressions. Go get this game. Thank you for watching, and yeah, this is Jimmy Hoppa. Take care.